welcome to this edition of the Secretary, where I talk about the latest tidbits, gossip, and all the stuff happening at the workplace. So today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of being an expatriate. This is because during the week I had a very pleasant encounter where we had an expatriate come into our establishment, and I struck a conversation with him, and he told me a lot of interesting things, making me even consider the expatriate life. So I know there are a lot of you are thinking a lot about the life of being an expatriate, and the fear of even leaving home alone is what keeps most of us in the comfort zone. God knows that's why I'm here, because I don't want to miss my favorite meals, my favorite traditional meals that I know I won't find anywhere. But aside that, the benefits are enormous, and I'm going to dive right into the pros and cons of being an expatriate. So if you want to be an expatriate, don't move from your seat, because I'm going to tell you the pros and cons, and you realize that the pros are best. So let's dive right in. The first point is friends. Obviously, you are moving away from your home country to an unknown, so your friends will not be around mostly, and the closest friend you might have or you might know, because a lot of their fellow expatriates and they have communities, the closest friend you might know who is an expatriate might even be some miles away. And a disclaimer here, though the life of an expatriate seems dreamy, it's far from that. It's just like you having a normal job but living elsewhere. So the adventure is there, which is being at a different place, experiencing new things and stuff, but your life as an expatriate is actually just like that of someone working in the home country. So obviously your friends will not be around you, but the upside of that is obviously when you move to a new place, you'll be making new friends, basically, and you'll be creating new experiences. And one disclaimer I would say is, you see, social media, especially Facebook, becomes your best friend because it's one of the ways to stay connected. And thankfully WhatsApp has come up with video calling and all that, but sometimes the glitches in networks can prevent you from making these beloved video calls to your friends. So then social media becomes your next option. But then bear in mind that, you know, the distance would obviously distance you from some friends. Don't beat yourself up about it. Friends, some friendships are not meant to last. So if you feel because of the distance you lose some friendships, then maybe they were not even meant to be in your life anyway. Am I making sense? Yeah, so the next point is flying solo. Flying solo. So when you arrive at a new place, you are basically alone, a stranger in the midst of a lot of people who know themselves. And this can be intimate, a little intimidating, but then the upside of this is you actually learn to be your own best friend. You learn to be alone. You actually even discover things about yourself you didn't even know about, because here you have the time to reflect and to even reinvent yourself. So if you are one of those who pretends at home, you can move to a new place and actually be your true self. And the good thing is no one knows the embarrassing thing you did back in the new place. So you have the chance to create new memories, reinvent yourself, and learn new things. The next point is activities. Obviously, the place, your home country or where you come from, will have favorite activities you like to partake in. And here is the case, you've moved to a new place. The new place comes with its own set of what interests the people around. So you might move to a place or a country where the activity you find interesting or like to indulge in is not available in the vicinity. This can come with a lot of, you might feel, well, this is not the place for me. But it's all about new experiences. So you never know. Try the activities the locals enjoy. you never know. It's just like an expatriate who, this particular expatriate, right, he went to I've forgotten, but he went to one of the Asian countries, and he actually enjoyed this ninjutsu and all those things. He actually was like, why should I learn these things? Because, but then it was a way, and actually even learned some self-defense skills, which, you know, and it's a really cool thing. So if you feel like the place you're going to doesn't have the activities you enjoy, it's a good step to leap out of your comfort zone and try new activities and new things. So the next point is your family. It's kind of related to the friends, because family, you are actually, okay, it depends, but some friends are family and some families are so far apart. But if you are close to your family like I am, leaving your home to a different country or different place will actually leave that big void, creating a lot of homesickness. And you know, it's I don't know how I'll handle, if I am to be an expatriate, how I'll handle that. But I know that with time, you know, you get used to it. But the upside of it is that the fact that you're an expatriate can actually help, like can actually initiate or foster your family members traveling. This is because if your family members care about you, like mine does, some of them will actually make the initiative to come and visit you at where you are working. And that is it. This expatriate I'm talking about, some of his family members have never been to Africa, but because he was stationed in Ghana, some of them came to know about Ghana and actually enjoy, and actually he said they plan on vacationing here the next time. The next point too is paparazzi. If you move to a place where, you know, you stand out in relation to physical appearance, you know, you go to a place, for instance, here in Africa, when you see a very pale colored person, white person, you know, you can't help but to stare at a person, because people can't help. Sometimes I can't help, I won't lie, to stare at a person, because of the intensity of our sun here. When you see someone with very pale skin walking around, you're like, wow, how does this person cool? But I know it takes a lot of sunscreen, and it's, you know, sometimes it can be daunting, and it makes you feel uncomfortable when you go to a new place and people are actually taking pictures of you, because it's like they've seen a strange phenomena in their environment. It's not you per se, it's just they are not used to seeing those things. So the upside of it is you are representing your country. This is where the representation comes. So you're representing your country. How you deal with the locals in regards to this paparazzi and snapping of pictures is to just be kind and nice to them and relate to them normally. If they feel a little hostility, the next person who comes as an expat might not be as lucky with the kindness and friendliness of the locals, because then, you know, they'll assume that everyone like that is not friendly or rude, and it will affect the reputation of citizens from your country visiting that particular country. Another thing you experience as an expatriate is the language, obviously, because if your native language is mostly English, or you just speak one language, that is what may hinder you a bit. But I think that's one reason why a lot of people reconsider being an expatriate, because they will not speak the same language as the locals, and it's actually not a big deal at all. Most places are used to seeing expatriates and foreigners, and they are actually, you see, like the first point, the paparazzi thing, they are curious, they want to know about you, and that's how you make new friends. So though you are monolingual, that is, you speak one language, it doesn't really hinder you. The good side of it is to learn the language, especially if you are staying for more than 6 months. Just learn the basics. The locals the locals of the place, or citizens of the place, like to know that you are ready to learn new things, and there'll be laughter and there'll be jeering a bit, but then they appreciate that you are trying to learn an aspect of their culture, and that leads us to the next point, which is culture appropriation. You have to learn about the area you're going to before you have to learn about the area you are going to, so that you're able to resist from performing some activities that the locals or citizens will find as inappropriate. So before you move to a place, probably you are used to doing or performing certain things in your home country. Learn to have the patience to learn what the locals like and what the locals do not like, so that you do not go offending people. The last point is for you to keep an open mind. You know, being an expatriate is all about new experiences. And before you move to a particular country, you would hear the good and obviously the bad aspects of it. Imagine, you see, when you first tell friends that, oh, you want to be an expatriate or you want to travel and work, it's all excitement. Oh, wow, that is very adventurous of you. But after a few minutes, you know, friends will start questioning you. This place, aren't they known for this? Aren't they known for that? That's, as a life, the life of an expatriate is to keep an open mind. Because obviously there's no perfect place in the world. There will be some places where something like prostitution is seen as normal, whereas your place is, or where you come from, is seen as illegal. Illegal. So when traveling to a new place, be open, because there are some places where catcalling, like, is seen as a normal thing, but a different place you can't call a woman and it's something else. So there you have it. Those are the pros and cons of being an expatriate. I actually learned a lot from this expatriate who came to our workplace, and I thought to share it with you. If you want to be an expatriate, there are a lot of forums and a lot of platforms online to guide you and to help you to even get settled into your new job and the new working environment. So there you have it. Thank you so much for listening to me and staying put to watch to the end of this. My name is Chimsa, and it has been another wonderful experience communicating what I know and what I heard to you. Don't forget to subscribe and click like to show me some love. See you another time. It's a bye for now.